Discuss the pros and cons of using AWS WAF's managed rules versus creating custom rules. Also, how does this choice impact an organization's overall security posture?
So honestly, this answer is a bit easy. For some of the pros of using WAF is it's quick to implement. The most common threats are covered. It's maintained by AWS itself, good for generalized security. Get up and running as quickly as possible. If you use WAF for the basics, you won't go wrong. It is less tailored than partner solutions or other AWS security services to specific use cases or also I'll mention this unique application logic as well. I would say for impact on security posture, there should be a combination of rules with managing with custom rules, uh, as opposed to more use case or more niche slash use case configurations. There needs to be a healthy balance. But most of the time, I'd say when you're first starting, use WAF, get to the basics, and then when you need to tailor to specific either compliance configurations, if you're using FedRAMP or in Texas, TexRAMP, or HIPAA regulations, GDPR, the EU, so on and I forgot the one in Greater Asia. There needs to be a balance, but for starting out, WAF is the best.
But the question was more toward like AWS WAF managed rules versus custom rules. Like,
Oh, sorry. When I was saying WAF, apologies, but when I was saying for generalized, it would be uh
okay, manage you meant
managed rules
managed
for,
rules. Okay.
yeah, apologies. Managed rules for getting up and running, custom rules for once you're
Yeah.
line, moving on from there.
Yeah, for sure. Custom rules can be tailored to specific application needs, actually.
Like at the end, solve
Uh,
problems, right?
yeah. And the next question is that what strategies can security teams employ to minimize false positives and negatives when using AWS WAF, particularly in high traffic environments?
So I would say first, similar to the last question, you would start with a baseline of managed rules and then monitor closely in, I think it's a count mode, before enforcing any blocks, seeing what the actual traffic is, especially in a high traffic environment, trying to catch some trends using CloudTrail, um, CloudWatch to monitor for anything in real time for real time monitoring, CloudTrail to check after the fact. And then once you're starting to get the trends, once you're starting to see traffic patterns, then you can start fine tuning custom rules based on those patterns specific to your application. And this is not a one-time thing. This is absolutely, if there are any changes to an organization, then you can monitor this over time and definitely make any tailored changes as needed. I, yeah, I that's a good encompass of that.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, I
The
agree.
next question that I have, Fasha, do you have anything to say?
I was just going to add, like and one of the challenges with tools like the WAF is that you're working based on rules, right? So this hence false positives, and that's historically with tools that are like IDS, which is this similar tool but a different layer. The false positive has been a challenge. So dealing with that and making sure that the rules are as effective as possible would be really important to the success. So making sure that you're just not flooded by a lot of false positives that are clouding the view of the people that are analyzing that information.